All right, okay, got this. We are live. I don't like the time change. Not very good at getting in here on time to bloody begin with, and then you have to mess me up by an hour. This is unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. We've actually got some sunshine in here today, which is amazing. So this is really, really nice. I am digging that. I just got out of Guppy Guru's stream while I was getting ready. He is just before me. So he was having an awesome talk today. Been absolutely like quite the topic. I really do enjoy that kind of stuff, talking conservation and all that kind of fun stuff. And I mean, that's hard to pull off up here. Very, very hard to pull off here. I do have one care species, which is awesome. I do want to try and get something else to breed that would take a bit of impact off of the wild population up here. For whatever reason, I have noticed like local bred fish are not something that's sought after here very much. Anything kind of like that is not really a big thing here, which is I find kind of weird. I know a lot of places, like if you can get the locally raised stuff, like they jump on it, and here it's like the fish, taking in local fish is actually something that they don't want to do around here. And it kind of does put me in a bit of a weird spot working at the pet store, because I don't want to sell my fish not at the pet store. I'd rather them go to the pet store, but at the same time, it's not something that they really want. So, and it is something that I do feel like that we do have to get into, because taking things out of the wild is just not going to be sustainable forever. It's just not. So I do like the topic. I don't know if I want to pull that over, but I did think it was kind of neat and something that I did want to say. So I am very interested in getting something that way. Right now I am planning on just some practice and trying something a little bit different for me, just to add on to a little bit of a challenge. Is I want to breed some older bettas, and I've got something that I haven't done, a little bit to prove to myself, just to kind of break some of the stigma around it and get it out there a bit more. Like I know right now a lot of people will say the average age, like even in my pet store, you ask people what's a really good age to get a betta fish to. And you ask, and they will tell you a year and a half, and you've done really, really good. And I mean, it started off being even less than that with the bettas. So the fact that we've got it up to about 2 years is really good. But I do think we've got to get more knowledge in the fact that these fish, all of them, can live a lot longer than we think they do. And that average age in the store is starting to drive me crazy. So, okay, anyway, I have completely ranted on. I'm in a ranty mood, I guess. I don't like getting up early. Candy is in here. Oh, good morning. Thank you. You were in here first. Science Scale Aquatics. How are you doing? How are you doing? We've got sunshine today. Though it is supposed to snow and get crappy the rest of the week. So we'll see. We'll see. Big J is in here. Good to see you. Oh, I watched your last video there. I totally didn't manage to make a comment. My phone disappeared on it, but I've been watching a few videos lately, and my phone's been it's been really auto restarting the YouTube lots on me lately. Sometimes like I put my phone down, I'll have it listening while I'm doing something, then I come back, try to comment, and it's gone. And I'm like, oh, come on. I don't get a lot of comments in to begin with, and then when it's not helping me and deleting comments, like, give me a break. This is hard. Life is hard. You don't need any help like that. Miraculous Illustrator, good to see you. Good to see you. I've noticed you commenting on a lot of my videos lately. I'm sorry I haven't posted a lot of videos. Just totally overwhelmed. I don't handle multiple things at once. I tend to have to focus on one thing at a time. And it was kind of my kid's birthday this week, and between the schooling and trying to get that done, I did pop a lot on that. My last video, I did a lot of editing on too, probably too much. Plus, I ended up adding my kid into it, which was kind of fun. I ended up deleting basically the whole end of the video and then redoing the whole voiceover and putting her in there and trying to figure out how to get in there. Oh, she was so good, so good, so much fun. Young Fish Aquatics, we are drinking a lot of coffee this morning. Definitely. Danny Ken, hi, good to see you, good to see you. Okay, so Multi-Tank Addictions is in here, Sand Creek Addiction, Sand Creek Aquatics, and Sandy's in here. Good to see you. So I don't know, that was kind of I've got, oh, I'm so going to say your last name wrong. Smithdorf, is that right? Good to see you. Good morning. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting morning. Like I say, I'm kind of tired. I'm wanting to try and just do a betta breeding thingy to see if I can challenge myself for some older bettas. Though I've pet store bettas before, and you never know how old those things are, not in the least. So I mean, I could have bred some really old bettas before and just not known it. But yeah, I want to try and get some of that information out there and try things myself and definitely push it. I mean, I know all of the ones that I've got in here are at least 2 years old because they're all ones that I started on here. Um, Very cool. I definitely want to try and keep pushing that and see if I can continue on as old as I can get these guys. I think that would help that as well. So that's kind of my idea. Like I say, I want to try something else to try and take a little bit of a load off of the importing of fish. I don't know exactly where Canada gets all of its fish from. I should maybe ask my boss and try and get some more info, see where he gets his fish from at least. I know that the sheet is very random what we do get and when we do get it. You get a larger variety in the winter time, which to me definitely states that there is collecting going on in the other regions of the world for sure to get us our fish. Oh, Aquarium Cop, good to see you. Thank you for lurking. So yeah, like I say, that definitely signals there's a lot of collecting going. And if I could find something else that I could bring just to help stop that would help a lot. Right now, all I got is my guppies. And yeah, I know that they don't really want a lot of them down at the store. It's just, like I say, it's not a thing to bring in the fish. So, I don't know. It's such a weird one. Like our market is so strange around here. I know we are getting, we have a lot of people that do like a lot of unique stuff around here. We have very advanced aquarists around in Medicine Hat, and then we have a ton of beginners, which is really, really neat as well. I have enjoyed really trying to take myself back to the roots of even trying to remember learning fish keeping and going through that a lot at work, which has been a lot of fun, just remembering all those basic steps that you forget, like explaining, no, you can't use your table salt. Having to remember to do that has been a lot of fun. I start with goldfish. Awesome. We do have goldfish. Look what you did. I cleaned this last night. It looked perfect in here. And look, she knocked her whole plant off this morning. The entire thing. It was all piled up there in the corner. Oh, Casey. This is why we can't have nice things. She is so rammy. She is so big. And she's literally managed to yank it off the suction cups. So that is entertaining. My big pile of plants. Bad fishy. bad fishy. So yeah, that was looking really, really good. It was. The tank was clean. The plant was looking good. Fish was looking good. And yeah, then she did that. So now it's a pile of plant in the corner. I'll be taking that out and cleaning that. I will. I can't believe that. What a turn. So yeah, we can't have nice things. She would be so nice to put her in a beautiful, like, decorated aquarium, but every time I try and add anything in there, she just yanks it off the wall, destroys it, moves it around. She knocked off another scale in there. I don't have a clue how. I mean, I love my goldfish. What a pain. What a pain. I know, Cop, I thought I could bypass the computer and use the phone from StreamYards. Did not work. Oh, were you trying to get on it? I haven't streamed from my phone in a very long time. Are you concerned about the corona? It's just starting to hit around here, truthfully. For ourselves, like my family, I'm kind of hoping that we will end up in the kind of ones that if we do manage to get it, that we won't, it's not affecting our age group or anything crazy. So I'm kind of thinking we're okay. I am concerned, like Medicine Hat is an extremely, like we've got an elderly population around here, massive, and it has been hitting the elderly folks' homes and stuff around here so far in Canada, from what I've heard. They've had in Vancouver. So yeah, that is a bit of a crazy thing going around. Not great on the runs on it, but I do enjoy reading up on it. It's been entertaining. I do, like I say, I like to hyper focus on crap, and it's been very interesting. Watching how the world the world has handled it has been very, very interesting. I have to say, our shelves are just starting to clear off around here. I went to go get some soap and stuff and just check out the aisles and our disinfectant wipes. I think there was like 10 bottles left total. So it's been interesting to watch that way. For our family, because we do have like grandma and stuff here, that way I am kind of concerned, and I have been tracking to see where it's ended up. In some places it's just crazy. So yeah, just watching the world respond to things is quite interesting. And I'd have to say I've definitely been following what the ones in the States have been saying. I've been finding that even more interesting. I don't want to get into the politics side of it, but it's made it entertaining. I'll put it that way. So concerning for definitely like the elderly and that kind of thing is up on there, because holy crap. But yeah, talking about just worldwide thingies, like even the topic with the fish, the world trying to figure out how do we deal with this, and the world trying to figure out how do we deal with anything, right? And I mean, that is animal translated as well, which is weird. Definitely weird getting things from critters to us, and I know there has been a dog affected, so I'm like, oh man. It's quite interesting. The science behind it is definitely interesting as well. But yeah, the world, it's interesting seeing like the world, we have to deal with this as the whole world, right? Like, and so far we don't seem to play along very well together yet. So that's different, like you say. Very, very interesting. And yeah, the situations everywhere, like listening to the Guppy Guru this morning. If you guys haven't watched that stream, I do suggest going back and watching that stream. He is over in Haiti, I believe, right now. I do want to rewatch the beginning of that stream, and he had Amber in there just drilling him. So yeah, and he's getting a bit of a different perspective on things. Me, myself, and I've never traveled anywhere. I've never seen some of the things that, say, Corey's seen or that Guppy Guru has seen. Just being over there in some of the locations has got to be like so eye-opening and so different, and I do love following that kind of stuff and learning about it, but I don't have any actual experience going over there. I'd like to change that. Maybe someday. I ran out of disinfectants while sanitizing my fish. You can get some crazy stuff from your fish, like who was it? One of our own here on YouTube said he got something from having a cut on his hand and just having a flu at the time and cleaning his fish tank. And that did take him quite some time to figure out that it was from the fish. So yeah, like just kind of need to, the things that you can get from your critters. I do find that part kind of fascinating and kind of neat. And well, is there anybody on here that does use gloves to wander in with their fish? I know I've always got cuts on my hands when I'm going in the fish tanks. After seeing that one guy with the flu do that, it has made me kind of think a couple times when I've had the sniffles and I've had to clean my fish. I'm like, So definitely a neat topic for sure. So I do hope Sharpies is doing okay with the time change. I haven't seen him in here. I thought that was kind of funny. I remember the first time when we were all kind of setting up the live stream times, JH was kind of like, what are you guys all streaming at the wrong times for? Like, it was kind of cute to kind of get him back on. Yeah, the rest of us like to swap around and be weird. So I don't know. I think it's neat. I do enjoy it. For Care Species up here, for helping that way, I do have my Amica Splendens. They were very hard to get a hold of. I begged and pleaded for 2 years trying to get a hold of those fish. And yeah, it's hard to get rid of them as well. Like, I've seen a few people that really like them when they've gone in the store, and I have sold a few, but like you say, the boss is kind of like, oh, they sit here forever. And he doesn't even label the name right, and I don't know if that's for a concern that he's thinking he might get in trouble for it or what, but I mean, these guys are here, so it is okay as far as I'm concerned. See you, Fisherman Fever. I have to go back to work. Oh, poo. Work on a Sunday. I have to work next Saturday, so that'll be kind of fun. Wear gloves when bloodworms. I take wormwood supplements. What? I don't even play with bloodworms anymore. I got a absolutely nasty allergy. They were my favorite food. I love feeding those things. Awesome for breeding and all that kind of entertaining stuff. But I do not play with bloodworms anymore. Yeah, I must have had just, I don't know, I never used to worry about it before, but I must have had some splashed on my face and I touched my side of my mouth or something, because this part just started swelling up. My tongue started swelling up. It was scary. So yeah, you can get allergies to those. Do be aware. Do be aware. That was, yeah, it took me a while to figure out what that was too. That's not one that you're typically trying to figure out when you're like, what did I do? What did that? So yeah, I like that. I do wear gloves. We don't even play with them no more. Absolutely scary. It's the one and only thing I will not go into or buy in the fish store either. If anybody asks for them, I point them at the freezer. I tell them they help themselves right there. I point. But yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not touching, not going anywhere near, because even if, like, just waving the package in front of me, I can feel it in my nose. It's weird. Really, really weird. We get parasites in our bodies. Wormwood supplements help your gut. Okay. I was wondering what the heck a wormwood supplement is. Oh yeah, I know. Like I say, we're full of like all sorts of little things. The science behind all of this is just, yeah, I do get a kick out of it. I like to just listen to things in the background, and yeah, sometimes crap like that ends up on my list. I like strange topics, but I get a kick out of it. And like I say, that coronavirus has kind of opened up a little bit of that between just reading up on, yeah, animal transferring and that kind of thing. It's really neat. Sorry, talk to text while driving. Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. That's better than reading almost any of my hubby's text, because he always uses that and he doesn't check it either. You're like, what? Ooh. Do you have sun there? Q is in here. I didn't see you. Hi, Q. Yeah, we have some today. This is the first time I've seen it in a while. It has been just gray and gloomy, and we get it for a couple days. And then it says it's going to snow and go to -14 again. Yay. So I'm not impressed with that, but I'll take my little bit of sun while I'm getting it. I even put the plant down so it can get some sun. Oh, I wonder if my female's out. Oh, thank you, Candy. Everybody's so quiet in here today. That's all right. Okay, so the fish I want to try and breed. Let's see if she is out of here. Why is she never? Oh, she is in the top. Now I gotta move the whole computer forward because the cord's not long enough. This is great. I hope you guys can see. Oops. There she is, looking absolutely awful. There we go. She moved. So this is from my crown tail batch. She has a dad that was a crown tail, and Potato, I do believe, was the mom of this one. So she's very green. She's starting to fill up just a little bit. We've been working on trying to feed her a little bit more. And oh, I don't have my light over on this guy. I will see if I can move the light over. I'm sorry, guys. You're all gonna get seasick on me. All gonna get seasick. So our little spiky tail female. Now I cannot see the screen. Here is my male. He has a short fin. He has Dumbo in him as well, but I don't think the two of them are related. We are going to find out. If I do get a Dumbo in there, that means that there was somehow a cross in here between the two of them, but a Dumbo will not show up unless we got another Dumbo gene. So this guy himself is not a Dumbo. He's very pretty and one of my older males, so I think it'll be fun to try and see if I can get him to breed. We're just trying to push skills, practice more. Always try new things, right? Always try new things. So that's going to be the breeding project. I have made room here. We're starting to make some room for the tank. I thought I brought it in here, but I didn't. It is still in the bedroom, so we will continue on with that. That's where the other tank, the other fish went. He got a nice clean. All decombed it up. And there we go. that is the plan. So that's our next breeding project. Just because, yeah, guys have really got me thinking on trying to do a species that is, yeah, in trouble in the wild, and see if I can just kind of help that way. We'll get it. We'll get it. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Q. Yeah, she was in here. I didn't even notice that. I'm so sorry, Q. So yeah, that's the idea, is to just get some more practice with the breeding, because it's been a while since I've done that. I don't know if I clamped the plecos. That was just too easy. Add a cape, boom. So we're going to be trying to get some of those to the pet store. Hopefully that will help with let's try and get some more local fish in there. I know one of my coworkers, the ones that got me the isopods there, he does a lot of breeding too and is really good at raising fries. So maybe between the two of them, we can get some more local stuff going in. We do have some really nice breeders around here, ones that like to push themselves and do stuff. I don't know what they do with their fish. I haven't seen them bring any in, but the last time I noticed, she did some pygmy cories. So that's a pretty good one. Still here. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, I was thinking it would be a good one for me would be cory fish might be fun to try next. Like, see, any of the wild bettas, if I could ever find some up here, we will definitely try that. I know there are some. I don't think they've made their way this far over yet. I think they're still in Quebec and Ontario. I think one lady in Calgary was trying to get a hold of some. I'm not sure if I've heard if she's managed to breed them, though. One of the problems with the Calgary Aquarium Society, like we do have a Calgary Aquarium Society up there, but they used to have a public page, so anybody could join in there and at least see what they were posting and what they were doing and follow along. But then they've taken it, and unless you're actually registered with the Calgary Aquarium Society, you can't go on their webpage anymore. You can't go on their Facebook pages anymore. So they got very, very hush-hush and turned into a very elusive club. And I did notice that when I tried to get in there or talk to them or get the care species, it was very hard just to get in there. And in the end, they've just kind of shut themselves off, which I think is very weird for an aquarium club. I was really wondering, like, do any of your guys' aquarium clubs nearby do that? Are they very inclusive? Do they have a private Facebook page? Do they have a private web page? Like, how inclusive is your fish club? I'm kind of curious, because the one up there is just like, you're either in or you're out. Which I'd love to be able to ask questions or bug them or see if she's got the wild bettas or if she did it, and I can't. Like, they're all just cut off. So I'm curious, are any of your guys' fish clubs in the area like that? Our webpage, like that we do in Medicine Hat here, and our city is very open. Anybody can join, anybody can see it, anybody can wander in and post weird stuff sometimes, but they're all very friendly as well, which is why I know that we have some really neat keepers around here. But we don't have a club. It's not a club. It's just a Facebook group. So I was just wondering, it seems very odd for me, for the bigger city, to do that. The Saskatchewan one in the next province over is open and anybody can join. I am a part of their Facebook group. They're very active on there, but which is unfortunate. They did have Rachel O'Leary come there and I couldn't get there, but it was kind of neat. It is open. You can see what they're up to. You can read their posts. I don't know. I just find that weird. I bug them all the time and they are so helpful. Yeah, like I would have to join them again and sign up for that. And like I said, I felt extremely unwelcome. I drove 4.5 hours to try and get a care species fish after begging for 2 years, and nobody would talk to you or give you the time of day or nothing while I was up there. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. My club is always warm and open to all. We met today. Oh my, like, what is with that? I thought it was just me when I went up there originally and met them, but after like shortly after that, and they closed off all the pages and shut off all the stuff and took away all the resources. I was like, wow. Like, they had an amazing library on there. They had So many people had lots of information and lots of individual things that, like the people that they bred stuff. Somebody bred the knife fish up there for the very first time, I believe, and it was so neat to follow along that. I was enjoying her papers and her write-ups and all the information that they had on there. You could book books and all sorts of things. There are lots of resources, and then they just shut it all off, and I just found it very, very strange. So yeah, it's nice to know, like talking to a few other people to say like, hey, okay, like why did they do that? I'm sorry down the wormhole for going long and cutting into your time. Oh no, that's okay. I was getting a kick out of listening to your topic too, so I'm definitely going to go back and rewatch some of that. It kind of overflowed into my stream somewhat. I was just saying that as well. Like, I'd love to be able to get a hold of like some wild bettas or a type of Cory that is getting um, bred out in or like over harvest, because there's not, like, I agree with Amber, there's not going to be places for them to collect out in the wild because nobody's working together. And yeah, it's a world problem at this point, and it's very, very hard to get anywhere worldwide working together for anything. And like I said, like even the coronavirus is a great example of we're not working together very well. Worldwide on getting stuff done. So I think we are kind of learning that, like, especially with how open the internet, all this stuff is, we're learning that we can work together in the world. Like, it is a world problem. What this dude does affects this dude, affects this dude, affects everything. So I think we're getting there, but I do find it kind of entertaining. Like, holy crap. Like, oh, it's overwhelming, very overwhelming when you sit and you look at the broad topic of, wow, we really need to work together a little bit more, just a little bit more. See the big picture, like the world picture, not just this part of it. It's a big picture. A lot of clubs have many introverted members, so they can seem standoffish. Oops. Standoffish are not welcoming to newcomers. Yes, and I mean, I'm extremely awkward when I'm social and out and about and just anywhere. I don't communicate very well. I have a hard time with that. When I get nervous, like, I'm just a mess in general, as I'm sure you guys mostly noticed by now if you hang out in my live streams. So I do understand that. But I'm saying, like, this club goes out of its way to push people out. It's insane. I don't understand it. And I mean, I hear such wonderful things about all your clubs, and I'm just like, how come I've had such a backwards experience? Like I said, it took me 2 years to beg people, and I've been up to Calgary, offered to meet them in places several times. And as you've noticed, I don't get out very much. I mean, when was the last time I got out anywhere? Really? I think the last time was going to go get my care species fish that we took off. And then one other time we've been to the zoo since then. And that stupid movie just got a copyright infringement on it. Not impressed. I love the free music. I love the free music. So anyway, other than that, it's not like that one was getting tons of views, but still it annoyed me when I got the copyright strike. It's like, ugh. So yeah, just trying to get my one care species was really, really hard. And in the end, they stuck it in the auction, and that was my chance. That was my one chance, and it was hard to get up for that day, but I did do it. And hey, I got them. And like I said, not soon after that, they actually cut themselves off from the rest of the world. They kicked out every member that wasn't actually a member of their society out of their being able to access the web page, got passwords and stuff on it, getting out into their Facebook group. They kicked everybody out. It was just really weird. So I understand being introverted, but you made a fish club and you invited people. What? Cube Aquatics, I had a good idea earlier in the stream. If we and FishTube could create our own program or group or something like CARES, we have a lot of knowledgeable people all over the world. Yes, yes. And that's kind of, there's people everywhere, and we're we're stuck all in our own little world and we're cut off from a lot of stuff. Please, I'd love to be a piece of some of it. I'm not the greatest at getting things done or concentrating on more than one thing at a time, but I do try, and I would love to get in a little bit more on that. I really enjoy my Amica Splendens. Like I said, they don't sell very well around here, and our shops do not do we take local fish in very, very well. We've got PetSmart, which you can donate fish to, and they will sometimes take, I think. That's it. You can't get a store credit for them or anything else. Same with the Petland. You can donate your fish to them if you want. But that's about it on those. And then it's just our shop. And like I said, it doesn't seem to be a big thing to have local bred things, even though I think we really need to switch to some of that just to take a lot of the strain off the environment, because it is a very good topic. I love it. I love it. I'm still kind of sick, but on the mends. Thanks, Jessica. Oh, yeah, I do feel better. Enjoying a lazy Sunday. That's what I did yesterday. I did nothing yesterday. It was awesome. Select the pets. I've seen a couple clubs where the leaders are afraid of someone taking their power. It usually isn't good for the club in the end. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't understand what's going on with that. I just find it very strange. And from a total outsider's point of view, I've never felt so unwelcome at a place. It was weird. Like, I can understand maybe if I was just going to go to the auction and just for that day, but I mean, it was something that I did kind of want to, say, hey, hi, can I be a part of this? And it was just, it was just strange. Very, very strange. Like I said, I can also be an absolute social mess to begin with. I don't read social cues very well, so that could be some of it too, but I don't know. So we'll see. We'll continue trying. We will continue trying. I hope of ever getting back into there. I mean, I can't even post on the Facebook group to say, hey, how's it going? Here's my fish. This is what I do. So now to try and get into it would be pretty much impossible at this point. I'm not even totally interested in trying. I would be much more interested in trying something like this. Like you say, more of a worldwide kind of thing. I do agree. We've got to start thinking that way, more worldwide. And I like it. So yeah, let's run with that. I don't know what. I don't know what, but I like it. Well, thank you, Zen, for clicking on thingies. Ooh, Fish from Fever. Okay, he was at the very start up here somewhere. I know. I've still got to try and get him in as a mod. I cannot seem to log him in as a moderator on this channel. It does not work when I go on my thing, so I'm going to try and maybe go back on the stream. I know he posted near the top, so maybe I can get him if I can click on it. I'm recovering from the creeping crud too. Oh, that's not good. The management probably changed hands. I'm not too sure you guys still talking about the clubs, I'm sure. Yeah, like I say, I don't know what's up with that. I really don't understand. And I mean, they had such knowledgeable people. And when I was, when I first moved out, early 20s in there, I mean, I was in the club for a year. And I actually did manage to go to quite a few meetings. I'm pretty sure it was just a year. And then we moved to Medicine Hat, and then that was kind of the end of that, which sucks because my local guppy club is so great. Don't have to be a member to hang out, just a group of, yeah, like that sounds kind of like the way to do. So I don't know. I like the idea of the Fishy Tubby one. I would enjoy being a part of that. Don't know where to start though. Like I said, I'm not the most organized or that kind of thingy, but I would love to be able to do that kind of thing. And like you say, we've got the people everywhere. We've got the people with experience. Like I said, even just the ones that have seen, like Guffy Guru, who's now been to Hades and seen what it's like, kind of. He said it's hard to get out over there, but I can understand. yeah, like what a neat perspective. Like I said, I haven't been very far. I don't have that. I love getting to see the videos of the people who've done it, listening to them afterwards, because it seems to just affect you so much. Um, I don't know. Very, very, like you say, it's got to be on the world level at this point. We can't stop with the little local. We got to start thinking a much bigger picture. With the fish too, oh yeah, we could share. Well, we would even share species in need. So many possibilities, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I like it because and fish tube, it seems more open, right? Like it's out there, it's public, it's for everybody. You're not talking to just that community there. You're talking so much bigger. Like this chat. I know there's 18 people on here, but I'm pretty sure these 18 people are not just right here. You guys are all over the place, which is really, really neat. What area are you in? Yeah, see, exactly. My local club is active on Facebook and band, but they don't have monthly meetings. They do organize swaps though. Nice, nice. Very cool. Yeah, like I like that. I don't know if like just there has been so many people on here even that have started clubs. Like you say, I know I'm not the person for it. I'm not organized enough. And the monthly meetings just terrify me for something like that. Maybe if it was I like Jessica, that is a very cool idea. I could handle that, like just organizing one or two things in a year would be kind of neat. I've really debated that a couple times um, in our little local Facebook group, just saying, okay, fishy swap, that's it. Let's try this. We're going to do a trunk swap. Everybody just have your trunk and we'll all meet somewhere and see how that goes. I think something like that would be a fun start around here. I think that would be kind of entertaining. Remember, fishy peeps, to get out of Top Chat. Oh, I hate Top Chat. Oh, I despise Top Chat. You have no idea. It drives me crazy. That should not be the default option. And I like my phone always puts me on live chat. Nice phone, good phone. I wander in on here and yeah, constantly in Top Chat, and then all of a sudden I've noticed somebody reads a comment that I didn't read, and I'm like, what? Texas, nice. Exactly. Like this reaches so many more people across such a wide range. Well, I'm surprised DFW wouldn't have two or three clubs. They could support monthly meetings, I would think. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I say, I don't even know what to say. My experience with clubs has been so weird, so weird, so weird. I don't know what's up with the club in Calgary. Maybe one of them, if they ever watch one of my videos, can let me know. Hi, I tried. Oh yeah, I'm in the Cypress area. Mark, oh my goodness, Big Easy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning. That is awesome. You post like you've been on so late, and I wake up and it's like streamed 24 minutes ago, and I'm like, what? I just woke up. What's he doing? You've been on at such weird times. I haven't managed to jump in. I don't think one of your streams this week. I've missed them all by like 3 or 4 minutes. It's like what? I've definitely been on at strange times this last little bit. But yeah, I have no idea what my topic has been this week. It's been kind of like I'm with you, Guppy Guru. It's the time change has me all messed up and crabby and crazy topics, and yeah, they're just like you say, just really been thinking about this worldwide thing. Passion. Oh my goodness, good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, now I'm excited. I'm so happy to see you. I'm glad I managed to get into one of your chats this week too. Oh, Chewy's in here. Oh, Chewy, we've been like talking about the Calgary Aquarium clubs and stuff like that. I wish you'd been here. You might have been able to open up a tad bit into the world of the crazy clubs. I kind of, oh, whose idea was that had the, no, I totally forgot. Where did that go? Jessica, yeah. The idea of just having starting off with the club swaps. I like that. Maybe that might be something to try and organize sometime this summer. That might be really fun. A trunk club swap or something like that around here might be the way to kind of just introduce everybody. It might be kind of fun. I'm liking the idea because and that I might be able to handle. That I might be able to handle. Like I said, I'm not the greatest person at organizing things. I can only really handle one or two things at a time, and if I do too many things outside of my legs, then something inside of my little bubble here kind of falls apart. So, Dee, have you heard from Desert Bloom lately? I know. I don't know what has totally happened to her. I know she's still okay. I see her commenting on Facebook and stuff, but I have not seen her really active at all in YouTube. I don't know if something happened or not, but she's never mentioned it to me. But I do know she's okay and posting and the odd time and comments on things. So, yeah, she did just kind of disappear right off of YouTube. I have noticed that. I have noticed that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. I should really, really bug her. But as long as she keeps posting, I've been okay. She's still okay. We're still okay. I can understand taking off of YouTube. I totally can. It can be a little much too as well. Chewy, all the cares talk. Yes, we have been. We're blaming it on Guppy Guru this morning. He started the topic, and I don't know. It is a really good, very powerful topic. I really like it. I read a lot about it. I don't post a lot about it because I have a very hard time getting into any of it, just being where I am, trying to get some of these fish across the border. Once they're on the care species list, like once they're endangered, they can't come across the border anymore. From what I noticed from the CARES list, I mean, this could have changed. It's been a while since I've done any research on it or looked, not that the CARES webpage gets updated often, but I think in Canada there was only 3 species total that are up here that you even have the option of getting. So the fact that I managed to get my amicas was impressive to me. Well, for reintroduction of any mammal, it has to go through the UICN and maybe biological issues. Yeah. Exactly. Like I'm not even talking about that. That's a whole other ballgame. Reintroduction. Right now, I'm just thinking like, how can we just kind of make sure we preserve what we've got? Because one of the things like Amber brought up is the fact that a lot of the areas there's not anywhere to put them back. Like the Amicus splendens, they got reintroduced out into the wild into a totally different spot. Like that, I don't think that counts. And isn't that just making invasive species? Like, you don't want that, do you? Like, that just confused me so much. Like, we have enough problems with species that have put places that they shouldn't be, and then they took this care species and decided to reintroduce it in a totally different other country. Like, yeah, it's out in the wild now, I guess. I don't know. That just seemed so absolutely backwards to me. So I think they've just got to be kept in tanks now, you know, like they don't have a choice. There's nowhere to put them, but to have them there is awesome. And I'd love another species like that. I'd like to try something non-live bearing this time, an egg species for sure. Because I'm sure I've heard that there are some wild bettas up in Calgary, but the lady that was getting them was in the Calgary Aquarium Society, and she was posting what she was doing and getting them in that webpage, and then all of a sudden they cut off the Facebook groups and stuff from us outsiders who are not in the club. So I don't know what happened to them, and I'd love to. I want to know. I have to head into work, but I wanted to pop in and say hi and leave you like, thank you so much, Passion. Have a great day at work. Definitely have a great day at work. Passion for pets, what are you getting? That is why birds in the pet industry, they have bans on their legs due to disease. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, you got to keep track of who or what has been where, because yeah, that was kind of a bit of the beginning conversation. Yeah, just being able to pick up like the coronavirus and crap from pets and just nuts. Hey, I do find that very, very different and very interesting. There would be nothing to reintroduce if it was not for a program like CARES, having to do the steps in the correct order. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm so glad that I've got mine, and I'd love to get something else. Like I said, maybe a Corey or a Betta. So we'll see. We're gonna keep trying because it's so hard to get some of them up here in Canada because they put them on the cannot transfer over the border issue, and then you can't even help if you want to. And like you say, once they're on that list, then it almost becomes to the point where you have to spread them out that way, because if you don't, they're gonna poof, like there's not gonna be anywhere to reintroduce them to. But that's a bug. What bug? Jessica, I got the pink toed tarantula. Oh, cool. Did you? Oh, you got it already? I didn't think you'd get one in the store. Very cool. I'm excited. I thought that was going to be in like a few weeks or something, so I wasn't even going to ask. Very cool. Very, very cool. I think that'll be neat to follow watching. I like watching other people's bugs, like the bigger crawly bugs. I like the ones that have a bunch of legs. When they've only got 8, they start to freak me out a tad. I've gotten a bit better with it, but I still like them to be behind a chunky of glass. Benoski, hi, good morning, good morning. Like I say, I don't even know what the topic has been. I've been trying to kind of keep it on the world view of fish keeping and trying to, what can you do to try and save stuff? Guppy Guru, we're blaming it on him. He's brought the topic up. He is hanging out in Hades right now, which is absolutely unbelievable. I'd love to experience something like that. The hobby club has no power at IUCN or cities. It is run by government. That is one that I haven't heard for a very long time, is cities. That's the one that does the arowana stuff and that kind of thing. Yeah, we can get some species that can't be kept in the States. A lot of it is being cut off very slowly as well. Some of the things that I've learned about that have become illegal up here is weather loaches. We can no longer get those up here. In Alberta, we can't keep white cloud minnows anymore. We can't get them in. Before it was just BC. So, I mean, it has slowly been creeping up and into our area as well. It's not like we're getting, the species are now able to survive up here where they couldn't before. So our climate is changing. It is also affecting the government laws and stuff like that as well. So, Chewy, I prefer to be more open-minded. What help does it do to sit back and say it's on government thing, nothing I can do? I believe every person can do a little. Yeah, like say, I'm kind of annoyed sometimes with the government and the steps that they take. And like I say, if we can't get these fish across the border, then we can't help. And some of us up here, we can help. Like there's some fish keepers up here that love to try. I mean, I'm not the greatest, I'll admit that. I'm still always learning, but I can breed fish. I've bred a few fish, and I'd love to try to be able to do anything on that respect. I like my critters and all that stuff. It's it's one that's in here, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I don't understand my weird thing on the Amica splendens reintroduction. I don't know who was responsible for that, so I don't want to say. That might have been just a people. That might have been the government. I'm not sure. I just found it very weird when I read that, and found some information on that. Like, and like I said, that basically means that my Amica splendens, like, they have no home to go back to. If they're gone here, they're gone here, and people keep them, people don't keep them. People keep them, people don't keep them. I love the fact that I have put some into our local community. I don't know if they're still alive anywhere, but I do know that there are some out there. So I like that. But as for the reintroduction, like you said, that is one topic I've never read anything on. All I know is, like, once things go on to the endangered species list, then we cannot bring them anymore into Canada, which, like I say, once it becomes at that point, it's almost, then you need to be able to spread some to some people to make sure that they do make it, because they have nowhere else to go now. Like, fish tanks are their homes. Maybe I'll see you there. Oh, where are you going? Fisherman Fever, I was paged. Oh, you weren't paged. I was just saying, like, I've been trying to figure out how to make you into a moderator, and it won't let me, like, just add you physically on my thing. So I was just glad you posted near the beginning of the stream, because maybe I'll come in and try and right-click on you and add you that way, because every time I try and do that, it just, I don't know what it is. I have no idea. But it won't let me add you. I have tried. I have tried. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But that would be interesting. It's wild my voice text, but per my voice and part of D's and tried to make a sentence. Oh, awesome. The one that gets me is I like to do the, hey, Alexa, play a radio station. See if you can turn on anybody's radio. Yes, I read an article on Amicus glennis being introduced into its native waterways in Mexico thanks to some hobbyist breeders. Oh, hey, did they actually put some down in Mexico? I didn't hear about that one. That would be nice. Maybe I'll have to go look that up. Maybe there's been some more. The last I heard is somebody put them in a southern states area, which wasn't anywhere near their actual wild environment. And I was like, what? That can't be cool either, because now we're just like, I found that weird. I found that very weird. So maybe that would be nice if they were put back at least kind of where they were supposed to be. I hate when Siri activates from a stream. I know, hey. I can barely get mine to turn on when I want her to turn on. And yeah, then I'm just randomly talking and I don't even say it. I'm saying something about she said or something stupid. And she's like, hey, okay, I got this. What do you need help with? Go away. ID work is, hi, oops. Heidi, it work, my is there playing music. Okay, I've totally lost you, Big. Not too sure, but if that's, you're just listening while you're working, yes. I wish I could listen to streams while I was working. That would be so much fun. I know there's some pet shops that are actually playing like fishy live streams and fishy channels and stuff while at their pet stores, which I think is really, really cool. I don't think, at least I'm pretty sure, I might bite me in the butt now. I don't think my boss watches my stuff, which is fine by me. That would just be weird. I know some of the staff, like they know about my thing, but I don't think they really follow it along very much either. And with the case of the goodies in Mexico, was raised in its waterways, it's raised in Mexican water, which have been the same pathogens in the water. Yeah, like the ones, I'm pretty sure the ones that I've got are probably quite a bit, well, no, they're not different fish or anything, but I mean, they've been separated from those fish for so long. But I mean, we take fish, every fish that comes into our fish tank, I mean, that any wild ones that come in, we're still wandering around with those pathogens all over the place. I don't think it would be quite as big of a deal as maybe it once was, because we're getting fish from Mexico, we're getting fish from here, from there, and we're always constantly mixing them in a pet store where the water's all kind of mixed up and like all twisted together. So I mean, those pathogens I think are constantly getting everywhere. So I think that way would almost be a little more scary for how many different things we're mixing up. And then like you say, on Bob Steampunt's one stream there, he was saying when the importer gets them, they just put them all on a conveyor belt. That's just mixing it all up a little bit more. And then we mix that all up, we put them back in baggies. Now we're taking them and we're spreading all of that little mixture all over to how many different pet stores or pet shops and how many different locations, dumping them into those community filtered tanks at the pet shop, and then they end up in our tanks. Like, it's just a soup of stuff constantly. Like, I don't know how you'd ever deal with that if you really think about it on a micro level. We're just making like messy soup. So I don't know. That one to me is, that would be a hard one to kind of follow. Quite the thing. Dante, hey, good to see you. Good morning. Okay, she turned on play music. Did I really turn on your radio, Big? That is so funny. Are you serious? I've always wanted to do that. Okay, goal reached. Give myself a sticker. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen Sharpies in here. Has anybody seen Sharpies? Does he have his stream going? I just looked at the time and it's just 11:01 and I haven't seen the booger. Not once. Same with the desert hole pupfish and the reintroduction of the, oh, so there's something else. Okay, Chewy, you might have to sit and, if you do that, try and get me to watch one of those if you do a video on that. That could be interesting. Like I said, I don't know anything about the reintroduction. So Canada and U.S. water all have different natural pathogens. Vets and biologicals are involved in reproduction. The only hobby that is involved is money. Yeah, I guess, yeah, that is such a such a broad topic, and oh my goodness, Chewy. And like you say, we're making such a big soup by the time they end up in our fish tanks. I can't even imagine what kind of thingies we've introduced and whatnot by the time it gets to our water with our crap in it, with all the stuff that they've collected to here. Like it's, wow, like what a topic. Like, and disease control is like, no wonder everything always comes in like so icked up and stressed out and thingies. And I can't believe it. No time change will affect him, I'm sure. Well, he would have technically started, what, oh, maybe he's going to be an hour. I don't know. I mentioned it to Mr. B this morning. I'm like, message everybody and make sure they know, because, yeah, like I said, I remember the first couple of times when JH was behind me, we ran into a couple crashes a few times when the time change would hit. And so it just got to the point where I messaged him a few times before it happened to say, hey. So I don't see him scheduled. Yeah, he might be a total, what, another hour off or something stupid. Because this would, if this was, yeah, this would just be 10 o'clock before. So this would have been my normal start time, correct? So he might not pop on for another whole hour. Oops. We'll see what happens, I guess. We might have a dead hour in here and a few confused people. I know BC right beside us has quit the time change. They didn't change back now. Saskatchewan right beside us, they don't do the time change anymore. So I think it's going to be, it can't be too long before AB doesn't do it as well, in which case I'll be all messed up as well with everybody else. I'll take it though. I'll take it. I'd rather be messed up with the rest of you guys and still be on my good sleep schedule. It was so hard to get ready earlier today. It was harsh. I got up and I'm like, holy crap, I'm already late. Yeah, Dee, the article I read about the Amicus splendens, a group of British guys collected Amicus in Mexico, took them back to the UK, then reintroduced them to the, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to have to read some of that. Maybe I did read that because that was a while ago, wasn't it? That was quite some time ago. I may have. Even the reintroduced fish in Texas that are done by the government is controlled by government sources. Yeah, like I say, I don't have me getting the government involved isn't totally my top of my yay list. You know what I mean? I do understand that we do need them sometimes, but at this point, I don't think that they understand. Like they seem so local that, like I said, it's like the people of the world are the ones that are looking at this as a world thing, as a world problem, where they seem so focused so locally that I don't think it's helping a ton. I do agree that we need some sort of things, but I don't think that they're keeping up with what we need. Their local view and their little view seems to have some of the reason that we've gotten into a lot of the situations that we've gotten into. So, but like I say, I don't know. This is all my opinion. So much my opinion. Who knows? Wait, is Jake streaming today? Does he know about time change? I know Mr. B, like I said, I sent Mr. B off on a mission to message anybody that needs it. I didn't message him this time, but I'm hoping. I'm always good with the time changes. Oh, it just drives me batty. My dogs, I think, were the only ones that were like, yes, this is awesome. We just got fed an hour earlier. It worked. It listened to us. She listened to us. We got fed earlier. They really don't like the other time change. Exactly, Dee. The government is the cause for a lot of the species being endangered and extinct. If they try to fix it, we won't have any fish probably. Yeah, like I said, it's such a it's just a weird topic. Like I say, like that's like I say, that's my opinion. If you don't totally agree with me, go for it. It's to the point where, like I said, I don't think that they're thinking broad enough to be able to fix the problem at the time. Everything theirs is so minutely focused that I don't think it's working. We need a different view on the thing. Not me. I had it happen tonight at 2 a.m. I am so glad like I don't have a normal schedule to worry about that. So it doesn't totally hit me. I have to work Saturday morning. I might be a disaster for, but I work 1 to 5s the rest of it, so I'm okay. Hey, question for everyone. Does anyone have Cupid cichlids? I'm gonna mess up that name. But Cupid cichlids, that sounds interesting. I don't know if I've heard that one. The government are in control, not the hobby in any country. Yeah, like I say, it's so weird. What a weird topic. Joseph St. James don't do times change. Yes, yes. Well, we're just trying to make sure that they realize, like normally big um, Sharpies, Models and Aquatics would stream right after me at 11 o'clock my time. But because I came on an hour early, now we are now missing Sharpies. He is now missing in action because he doesn't do part of the time change. So we're just trying to make sure that JH hops on the time change and moves back an hour so that he's not running into the same time. I can't remember who's scheduled right after him, but then the two of them would probably be streaming at the same time. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It always takes a little bit for everybody to swap over or get used to us weirdos that are stuck on the time change. One of these times, I think everybody's going to just stay on the same time, and then I think we'll be okay. So yeah, I do not know about Cupid cichlids, but that sounds neat. I almost want to look that up afterwards. Detention barbs are near extinction because the local government promotes it as an export and it has been overcollected. Yeah, see, something like that. I'd love to get a hold of a fish like that that is having issues because of that. And breed something like that so that we don't have to do that. Because yeah, there are quite a few fish. I noticed you guys mentioned a few other ones that were like that. They were just getting overtaken because it is just getting money for people. And if you can make a few bucks and you just need to support your family, you're going to do what you got to do, right? So we'll see. We'll see. It's a nice thought that the hobby plays conversation for Project Noah, like I call it, but no pets are introduced to the wild. Look at the macaw, they ended up on the parrot. You keep doing like I don't know anything about reintroductions. I would just want to try and stop some of the exportation of some. I think that would be a great way to start as a hobbyist, to try and curve a little bit of that would be kind of nice, just so that some that are out there, and then you have to replace those jobs for those people, because it's not just our part of it. Like you say, the government promotes that kind of thing to get people jobs. So it either needs to be done more properly, like the Project Piabla getting in there and kind of doing that kind of regulation, kind of helping that to keep the environment, keep a population of fish available there, because like you say, it's going to disappear. And if there aren't people breeding them, if this doesn't stop, then species are just going to disappear again, and this sucks. Oddball, oh my goodness. Hi, Oddball. We're having, the topic for the day has been like crazy. I'm still blaming Guppy Guru. He started it. Just talking about like what can we do to make sure like things aren't going to worldwide disappear on us. And it seems to be, there's so many really good ideas out there. I've been digging some of the ideas out there. I'd love to be able to try and get some critters that way that I can help a little bit more. Like I feel like I'm not doing what I could be doing for the hobby, you know what I mean? Like I do have experience breeding fish. I understand this and the kind of thingies that it can help with, and I'd love to. And like I said, I feel like I don't know where to start. I'd like to try a Cory or a wild betta, just because bettas aren't my main interest. I think that would be a great place for me to be in, but There are other ones for sure. Like she was saying, the Dutchin, oops, I did say that wrong. The barred there is one of the ones going extinct for that. So I don't know. I think it is a great topic. I have to pee, so I'm probably going to end the stream here. But I don't know what to do. We've got like 45 minutes and Sharpies has disappeared. Rob, what? Rob is in here. Rob 93 is in here. Hey, Rob, I'm off on Wednesday. Just letting you know. Dang, this time change. I know. Doesn't this suck? It was very hard to get on here an hour earlier. It's very, very hard. It was awful. I was a few minutes late. And since we haven't seen Sharpies, because he probably figures he doesn't have to be here for another 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Mark, welcome to the future. What? Promoting obvious breed species like the dention barb 100% helps fits to the fish. Yes, yes. But we also, like I said, we also have to realize that if we take those jobs away from those people, just like Project Piablo, then they might just start doing something else that's going to be destructive to the forest. So yeah, it's such a two-part thing. Like I said, we got to think of it so much as a world problem, not just as a small problem. So I'd love it if we could try and get another Project Piablo kind of thing going on there where we help keep that regulated so we can continue doing that. It helps to protect that area, protect that fish. Having some extra people in the hobby making that stress load off of that, I think would be a great way to do it and helping to promote that. I'd love something like that, to be able to say, I've got a fish that's helping that. And hey, while you're at it, did you know, like the Project Piablo thing, like I can't get a hold of that right here, right now. So I'd love to. I think that is a neat way of doing things, but I would also like to say be able to breed that would be very cool and a great way to promote that and take some of the stress off of that in the meantime, because things are happening so fast. Things are happening so fast. And like I said, I don't feel like I'm helping this hobby with as much I'd like to. As I say, I'm so passionate about it. I love reading about it, and then I'm sitting here and I can't seem to do anything about it. That's frustrating. So that's a good one. Anybody that has any specific fish that they know is on this list that could use that kind of help, like the bards, any other ones that you guys can come up with, this would be a great place to get a list of those fish that are in needs, maybe the areas that we could try and get some other Project Piablo people interested in heading over there to start. That would be so cool. Go pee and come back. We'll wait. Okay, I'll stick you guys on the goldfish. I'm pretty sure I've been going over an hour anyway. I don't know if that's totally good or not, stats wise, but I don't care. Okay, stare at KC for a minute. Want to hear? Can you say hi? We got one dog. Other dog? Come on. Come say hi. Here you go. Might as well. Here, we'll bring the puppies in. We gotta bring the puppies, right? Okay. So you guys get any other fishies on that list? I want to know my options. I want to know my options. What's the high good puppies? You're Zoe. I was feeding them fish, so they should be all nice and shiny and yay! Oh, yes, and Jacobs, yes, but I'm doing good. It's like, oh, yeah. Steam Pond has oh yeah, so okay, so Steam Pond has some of these Cupid cichlids. You'll have to go check out his channel. Right after there's Sharpies! Yay, Sharpies! We were wondering where you went. Excuse me, I'm at the correct time. Oh, yes, definitely, which all other times are measured. Okay, well, now that you're on here, we can get you started and I will take off. Definitely. We need to make jobs for people down there where they become guardians. What is there since it's important to the world? Exactly. Like that's kind of where I'm at too. Is I like that Project Diablo thingy. I wish I could get a hold of some of their stuff here. Maybe it will make its way kind of inwards towards this. Maybe we can get, since it is getting such great publicity, maybe we can get that into some of these other areas that are being affected, like where those barbs are and stuff. If, especially if there's a big basin of a bunch of different fish there that are all used for the same thing, that would be a great thing to get going over there. That would be very good. Ah, afternoon, fishy friends. My ears are burning. Yes, that is so good. So anyway, now that we've got Sharpies here, we can all wander over to his channel. He should be live soon. I don't know if he's got a link up. I haven't seen it posted, but I'm sure he will soon. My kid is like going crazy. I kick them all off of YouTube and that kind of thing when I'm streaming. It can usually handle if they're just playing a couple of games, but if anybody gets on YouTube, it just, my computer's like, so thank you guys so much for stopping in. This was a great topic. I still got 45 minutes yet. Oh, Sharpies. You still, oh no. Waffle, the waffle. You want me to go for another 45 minutes? Are you crazy? Sharpies, you get paid off for Darty. I know, maybe one of these times, like you say, we're surrounded by people that don't do the time change now, so maybe we will get stuck into not changing times. I would so agree with that so much. I was kind of curious if I should wait until 11 to start streaming, but Guppy Guru started at 9 o'clock Sharpies on my time, so I did start on by usual. We're going to run with it. But like I said, I've been on for, give him a few minutes to get his kiss makeup off. Yeah, as you noticed, I'm kind of stalling here a little bit to kind of give him some time. I don't know, maybe he will stream. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of time. Is his channel called Steam Font Aquatics? Yes. Yes, you'll see him. He's got a lot of subscribers. A very knowledgeable guy down there, does ship fish as well. He's shipping fish. I do believe in all that fun stuff now. So if he's got some, you can definitely get some off of him. I wish I had that option. I think I'm going to try and do a video for us Canadians here for Tuesday as soon as I get off here. I'm so sorry for not posting a lot of videos. I've really been awful with it, but it's a place I found that will ship plants in Canada, and they do auctions up here. I think it would be really nice for us Canadians to try and share some of the love and get some more people doing that, and options available like that in Canada, because you guys got like Steam Font and Co-op and all these other options and great people that ship, and I'm jealous. So I'm going to sit and try and make a video on that. Maybe we can spread some people out. I do hope that exciting, Carrie, what did you say? I did the tour of appliances for my folks this morning.